All right. I think
All
we're.
right. Cue that music in.
I'm trying to cue it. Why isn't it queuing?
Wow. Maybe we should replace the wows with wow. Ready?
Yes.
Ready? Yeah.
Sure.
That'd be so ridiculous. We should do it for one episode. Have a bunch of my faces meowing at the same time.
Oh my god, dude! I dropped this into a new. Have you ever heard of Kick? It's like a Twitch competitor.
Yes, I've heard of Kick.
So we are.
Yeah.
We're in there too now. I just wanted to see if we get in.
Too?
Let's see if we get
So
any action in there.
I could be wrong on this, but I think Kick does almost like an analog series. Because there's a lot of creators that are like, oh, you can check out my series on, kick.com or whatever they say. Like I've been hearing a lot of creators that do all sorts of stuff, saying that. Yeah. That's something to check out.
Now, you're a little pixelated because remember this buffers as we go, but maybe I should wait till after the upload, but then you know what's going to happen. It's going to be a super long upload.
I can just listen, I can just leave it on, I guess. Like I did the other night, lower the volume, leave it on.
All right, let me.
So it's up to you, whatever you want to do.
All right, let me pause upload, see if that makes it a little smoother of a recording.
It's whatever you want to do. By the way, if you see me sweating profusely, and I look like I'm hot, and it's muggy, and it's nasty, and there's water coming down my face, and I'm wiping myself, it's because it's fucking muggy and hot as hell.
I bet. Right? It's hard to tell. Thing. Yeah. Yeah. But it's all right. All right, it's getting a little. It's starting to clear up because I just paused your upload, so hopefully that won't be. But hopefully, hello everybody. Here we go. We got people coming in. We got bodies.
Yeah. What's up, humans?
How's everybody looking? How's everybody feeling? John, guys, welcome to Splintered Spirits.
Welcome.
The podcast. I'm Gary. This is John Santa, New York, where we try to talk about all things spirit communication and what are spirits. John, I want to open up today. We got a ghost story submission with the most terrifying piece of evidence I've ever seen. So I want to get.
Are you sure? Hold on. Is that a sarcastic, the most terrifying piece of evidence?
You're gonna make me laugh. You're gonna blow the bit. You're gonna blow the whole fucking bit.
Sorry.
You're gonna make me laugh. I'm trying desperately to hold it, and you ruined the whole bit. You should know by now when I'm full of shit. They don't know it, but you know it.
I know. I'm sorry. Guys, it's fucking terrifying.
It's terrifying. Listen, it's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Right. I'm gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell this person's name. I don't want to make him feel bad that I'm making fun of him. I'm only making fun of him a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Woke up in the morning, and their mom told her that their laundry soap was on the floor, and it spilled. She told me she found the soap on the floor, which is to her absolutely crazy, because that last night she went to have a smoke and then went to sleep, and not a single person was in the garage. Now, she's the only person in the house that goes in the garage because that's where she gets to smoke those candy canes. And, because she hates bugs, it's not the first time something like this has happened, but it is the first time, they being ghosts, wasted money like this because he's had all kinds of crazy things happen in her house. But this is definitely the first time they've actually ruined something, right? She's had her fridge door open and her bathroom door closed. On her cat, she's heard disembodied voices, clothing, moving things being knocked over. I don't know what she says. I don't know what kind of spirit is here, but I think it's been following her for years. And everywhere she goes, she's had weird things happen. She swears that no one went into that garage after her, and there's no way that what had happened, like the destruction that had happened in there, could have done it like by without her knowing about it. It's just too intense. Now her husband makes a joke and thinks she's sleepwalking, but I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you what she found.
Okay.
And if this isn't evidence of ghosts, John, I don't know. I mean, then I don't know what we're doing. Like this is truly unexplainable.
Okay. You would have been able to keep a straight face.
I was really. Trying so hard. You blew it like in 2 seconds. In 2 seconds, but John,
What do we got?
the ghost knocked over the tide.
Okay.
Yeah. You see it?
I see the I see the tide.
Yeah, dude. This is what she submitted as evidence of ghost activity. I can't explain it. The the tide has spilled, and clearly this is the work of the paranormal. I mean, right?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of questions.
Look at the soap, John. It has fallen. Look at this photo.
Well, I can tell the person likes their Crocs. They have a Nightmare Before Christmas. Looks like Jack Skellington and Sally right next. Is that what I'm looking at there?
Yes. Is that a sign of evil?
No, it's a sign of Christmas is coming.
I see.
Listen, we don't know. First off, where does she live? Right? Where does she live?
Listen,
like the area.
First of all,
what's her garage look like? Are there holes in her garage? Are there squirrels and shit? Because squirrels and shit happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, laundry detergent's expensive, and she's got Tide. You know, so she's buying a name brand.
She's upset.
That would piss me off too.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden, now, funny enough, I actually leave we use Arm & Hammer, and I used a big jug down at the undisclosed location in the basement, believe it or not, right next to the abandoned side. And I've never had my laundry detergent attacked. If it happens tonight, then we have a problem.
Right. And if you do, the photo you take, if you're going to send me a picture of spilled laundry detergent and say this is proof of ghostly evidence, then I would seriously question that documentation, if you will. It's just sort of a whole thing, man. Anyway.
No, I get it. I get, you know, like that. Like, clearly it fell. No one's going to waste laundry detergent like that. That's number one. If it was the cheap shit, I'd be like, oh, come on. What are you doing? You probably faked that whole thing. Right? But that's not the cheap shit. Okay. And plus, laundry detergent is a pain to clean up. Right?
Yeah.
Especially on a garage floor. So I don't think that there's any maliciousness done there, but it's very hard to say that it's paranormal when it's in a garage. And you know, anything could have ran in your garage. You know, anything. It's a garage. Like, unless your shit is reinforced, you know, and you're using it as like something else, you know, it could be anything.
That's, you know? Robin Brewer says the tide has turned.
The tide has turned for real. Well, the tide has turned and fell off. And I actually, if I really want to dive into it, I have a lot of other questions. Is like, did it break? Like when it hit the ground?
Doesn't say.
Like where from the picture, it looks like it came from the small pumpy spout that you push down on.
It was a terribly written.
Which are pains in the ass. I don't care what anybody says.
It was those pumps are stupid. It's a terribly written description too, and that's why I don't want to say it. It's like it was very like I had to read it, paraphrase a lot of it. It's very hard to read through it. You know, which again makes me question our education system.
I like the Crocs.
All right, there's a positive.
Yeah. You know, I don't rag on people when they send me things and it's all messed up, right? It's easy to do, but like I think people are excited when they're typing this shit out.
I hope
like,
so.
You know what? Goddamn ghost knocked down the laundry detergent.
I hope they are.
Yeah, I hope they are. Right? That's what I think it is. I think they're like.
Now, I hope this person sets up a camera down there.
Yes.
To truly help us capture anything that it might be, and then resend it. If you're watching, do that. That's something we would love. You know, even if you are sleepwalking, we now call
this the tides.
Yes, you'll prove your husband wrong that you weren't sleepwalking.
Well, the whole sleepwalking thing. If she was really sleepwalking, why the hell would she knock over the laundry detergent?
Maybe
Like,
she hates doing laundry all day. It's not,
oh, and it's
you
like a
know.
whole. Well, but what if her
See, yeah.
sleepwalking self likes laundry?
Well, if they did, they wouldn't be spilling the laundry. She'd get a load done.
Yeah, yeah. She wasn't feeling like shit the next day, was she?
Doesn't say. There's not that much. There's not a lot of detail
Then
in
we know if she was drinking it or not.
it.
Who was it that submitted it? I'm curious.
I'll tell you offline. I don't want to make her feel extra bad because we're goofing
We're
on.
not making her feel bad, are we? I hope
I
not.
don't know. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's why I want to just tell the story. She can just.
Gotcha.
Well,
Well, I like the croc, so
yeah.
I
I don't
like
want
the
to.
Jack and Sally croc. You know?
Yeah. This way, it's just no one knows who.
Yeah.
Unless someone recognizes those Crocs. I didn't even think of that. Oh no. What are the odds though?
What are the odds?
What
By
are the
the
odds?
foot.
Anyway, John, what else is going on? So listen, let's talk about witches, dude. Let's get into
Dude.
witches because we had the best witch on this week, or a great witch on this week, and I don't know enough about all of witch lore, other than
I know a decent amount about it.
all I know about witch lore is what we've seen from the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
They melt when they're wet.
Yep.
Um,
About a little fire scarecrow.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of really it for me. So what do you know? What is your education of witches?
So demographic, it's a demographic thing. That's number one, because demographically, there are all types of witches, right? And we're not talking about, first off, in this conversation, what the words that are about to come out of my mouth for all you witches out in the audience, or anybody that's a witch that's going to hear this has nothing to do with modern witches. Okay, I'm not speaking about modern witches right now. All right. I got a Barnes and Noble to pick with you about that shit anyway, but that's besides the point. We're not talking about modern witches. We're talking about demographically, since humans started banging bones together, witches, and it's different all around the world. It's actually it's funny because you could see threads in the paranature of things when it comes to humans or cryptids and things like that. And witches are so different. Like the witches down in Mexico, are way different than the gypsies that are, been floating around, for generations upon generations. So that's the other thing. That's the first thing. It's just they're so different. And then after that, you can even take each witch demographically and be like, yo, there's so many different types. It's not even funny. So it's more about cutting through the myth, like the pointy hat and the
Right.
Even though I heard the craziest cackle once at Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, and I got that shit on video. But that's
And dude, it's also like, what's so wrong with the cackle in the hat, dude? It's pretty good look. I mean, it's cool. Like sometimes it's cool,
I don't mind it.
right?
I don't mind it. Never bothered me. But and there's witchy sauce. But we all got a little bit of witchy sauce. Some of us got it in buckets.
What is witchy? So what do you mean? What do you mean? Is that like ghost Riz?
Oh, it's the sauce. Listen to this. Listen, it's either you got the juice or the sauce.
I see.
If you're blessed enough to have both, then it's ooh wee. But some sauces come in different types, and there's witchy sauce.
All right.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of that witchy sauce, that good old fashioned witchy sauce. But seriously though, witches, it's such a complexed table of discussion. It's not even funny. Like,
what is your thought on spells? Do you find there is a legitimacy to spells?
There is, of course, the manifestation, wordcraft, the works. There is a legitimacy to it. However, you really have to think, like, what's got more, power to it when you're like, and this isn't directed to anybody out in the audience, so don't worry, don't cover your ears. When it's like, yo, for the next thousands of years, every generation, that bears your DNA is going to be cursed with blah, 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 blah. And, this, that, and the other. Here's some shit thrown into a fire. I speak these words, let them be true. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
There's all of a sudden getting two candles together, tying a string, lighting them, see which one burns first. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
There's a big, and there's nothing wrong with that if you do that stuff. However, a lot of it, you have no idea why you're doing it. And along the way, it lost its potency. So like here, I'll give you an example. Lori was just full of wordcraft. That entire episode we did. It was just she was literally it was almost like everything she said was wordcraft.
Who's this?
That's the
Oh,
Lori Bruno.
Lori. Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
our guest, you're
yeah,
saying.
our
Yes.
guest. Yeah, oh
Lori
yeah,
Bruno, yes. Everything she said felt, she's been saying it for a very long time.
yeah,
She's like, she knows it inside and out. She can answer any question. I mean, the woman's 80-something years old. She can answer any
yeah,
question in that sort of speak, right?
yeah.
So it's crazy,
So
but true.
it's just it's I do believe there is some legitimacy to spells. I just think it's not your basic Barnes and Noble spells. You know what I mean? And then of course you get the coincidences, which is why these things work. And there's book sales on it and whatnot. So,
Right.
that's the yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, man. But what do you know about sort of evil witches?
So
Because
I have
also every witch I've met feels like, it's also like the thing with Satanists, right? It's just sort of, look, man, we're not out there. We're not roving demons running around being evil people. And I feel like every witch is always put in the group of bad guys or villains. And the
yes.
truth is anyone who claims to be a witch, it's all, love and,
Yeah.
it's.
Yeah. So you're never gonna come across a true evil witch. You never will. You never will. That's because most of the evil witches are literally in isolation. There's no interaction with humans whatsoever. And when there is interaction, it's usually dangerous interaction. And that's why you'll never find an evil witch or truly evil witch on social media or in person, where you go, oh, okay, I know this person, I know from this, that, and we're not talking about the crazy person stuck in their house or somebody you see in the woods that's a witch. Those are the ones that you got to watch out for.
Right.
I have never I I can't say 100% that I've come face to face with them, but there's been instances where, one time at Buckout, dude, some old woman literally walks by me, okay, on this path, walks by, walks by, walks by. As soon as she passes me, she turns back around slowly and goes, "You're a courageous one, aren't ya?" And then just keeps walking on the fucking path. I'm in the woods at Buckout. It's broad daylight. Don't get me wrong. I think it was 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Or probably at this point it was just about to turn 12. And that happened. And this woman was older. She was in her 80s. She was walking older. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
Very
because
skinny, very
and
slender.
it's scary, right? Because it goes to
But she
my
looked
theory.
normal. But
Yes.
she looked normal.
Yes.
But and then I think to myself, wait a minute, what is she doing? And she has nobody with her. I'm like, no, there's something's not right with that.
Listen, I've said it 1,000 times, but it bears repeating. The most evil, little children, old women.
Yep.
They're the worst ghosts, and they're going to be the scariest alive.
Yep.
They just always are. What was I going to ask you? So it's and I also guess probably another telltale sign of an evil witch would be if they lived in a candy house. I mean, I think that's pretty much a rule.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you see an old woman living in a house made of treats, she's not.
For us, maybe. But you think these generations now know about the gingerbread house and the evil witch and any of those old timely stories? If they do, it's like I guarantee if you did a census with children, none of them know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, that speaks to education.
Yeah.
I guess it's up to us then to teach them about witches.
Yeah, and be like, yo, if you're walking down the street and you see a house you've never seen before and it's made of candy, don't go in.
Do not go in.
Don't
Especially if she wants to fatten you up.
Yeah.
Can't have it, dude. You can't have it.
Well, that's another thing. There's always been a lot of talk around children, witches, and stealing their life force and their energy and their souls. There's been, tons of movies about it, tons of stories about it. Uh, it's wild, and that just goes into the lore. I mean, you could
Yeah.
probably, chat GBT, which lore eating and taking the life force of children, and
Yeah, it
there's
speaks
probably
to
something
yeah.
in every,
Yeah, like
every
Catherine points
culture.
out, Hansel and Gretel. Like that's
Yeah,
we all know
Hansel and
that
Gretel.
one. What about this? What Carrie Sue says up here about intent? With spells, it's all about your intent. How do you know, Carrie Sue? Are you a witch?
Yeah, you a witch,
Are you
Karen?
a
No,
witch?
well, she's correct. She's correct in that. And then, so again, I am not. If you are one of these people, I apologize for the words I'm about to say. I urge you to actually dive deeper in the text. You know, put the Barnes and Noble books in the garbage and literally dive deeper in. Right. And you can still find a lot of old spell books and whatnot translated on the internet. They're in old forums from like, the early years of the internet. All that shit is still there. Most of it anyway. Intent will only take you so far. If you pick up a book from Barnes and Noble and it's like, okay, this is a love spell and this is what you do and blah 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 blah. This is how you do it. How much intent you got? Seriously, at the end of the day, like how much intent does a person who went to the store, went on Amazon, ordered that book, and is reading have toward that spell? No, despite what they might say, I would say little to none. I would say little to none.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You going to somebody and saying, "Hey, listen, I need a love spell," and them going into a Barnes and Noble book and doing it has more intent because you're seeking it out, and in a way that, like, hey, listen, this is greater forces than I realize, and greater forces that I know. The intent is that, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Not only is the intent there, but you realize that rather than, buying a book and doing it yourself, especially a bullshit book that's catered to that whole new age, double new age there,
Right.
idealism of witchcraft.
Interesting.
So, yeah,
What else is going on in the world of paranormal?
not much. I mean, the usual. So last night, bad rain here, bad weather, lightning, thunder. I don't go out in that shit.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I'll go out in the rain, but not the thunder and lightning, right? Uh, I have some items locked up. I'm redoing the tower. So the tower is in the middle of an overhaul, and I literally have tons of stuff sprawled out on the tables, on this, on that. So I went live in the middle of all this, and I have the Sam mask that we believe is an interdimensional entity.
Yeah, I love Sam.
Yeah.
He's like the tower's version of Edward.
Yes. Yes. Just more so that he controls the regular spirits rather than Edward being like, vocal and boastful himself. I've actually never heard Sam really speak. That's the interesting thing. It's always other spirits speaking for him. It's odd.
Interesting.
Odd. Maybe one or two sessions, if I remember correctly. It was almost like I was having a conversation with Sam. But anyway, I have him locked up with the vault timer, and last night during the session, he just boom, he just flew in there like. And I looked, I'm like, whoa, like it almost like it jumped in this plexiglass box. I'm like, whoa, what the hell is going on? So I showed everyone that we heard the sound, but we missed it happening. But I showed everybody that it was, it was falling over. Then my dinner came. All right. And Dews came by with my dinner
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't get to eat, right?
Okay.
And I was starving. So I ended the live. Dews came up. We're upstairs chilling, and all of a sudden we hear something like a huge crash thud, and it almost sounded like something was either rocking or rolling. Like from the sound. No, I'm serious. It
Right.
was either a rocking sound or a rolling sound that we
Sure.
couldn't tell. So all of a sudden I'm eating my food and I'm like, oh shit, the candles, because I had all the candles lit last night and I didn't blow them out until I left. Okay, because there's tons of them, right? So and I never blow them out until the end because I don't know if I'm gonna go back on or not or what I'm gonna do. So anyway, I run downstairs thinking it's one of the candles, and instead I have a mask that was made in an institution by a mental patient, and I got it off of eBay. And the person was like,
Where
"This,
else would you get it off of?
yeah." The person was like, "This was my brother's mask. He made it in the institution. He ended up, taking his own life. This is all I have to remember him by, because I guess for whatever reasons that with the way they were living."
And you can buy it now for
Yeah,
$9.99.
yeah. And she goes, but ever since this mask has been in my life, I've been experiencing abnormal things. If anybody's interested in this, it was cheap too. It was like $5,
Yeah.
plus the shipping, right?
Everything
And I'm
he
like,
has left of his
yeah.
brother.
I'm
Sure.
so me being the wheeling dealer I am, I shot her a message and I'm like, hey, listen. I was like, can you give me that thing for less? I was like, I'll take it off your hands right now. She changed it to buy it now. I got it for like $3, paid $10 for the shipping, $13. Now I have this mask that looks like something out of like The Mask.
Right.
Like it literally looked like a version of Loki's mask, right?
Yep.
So anyway, I don't see any candles on the ground. Nothing is smoldering. Everything is good. And then I look down at the ground, and a part of the mask where the eye and face is, the like this area here
Mm-hmm.
is still rocking. Something knocked it off the wall last night.
All right. Might it be the Tide ghost?
I tell you this, I didn't find any evidence of laundry detergent. But if I did, then we'd have a problem. We'd have a big problem.
So
Because
we've got maybe it's the same ghost that likes knocking
Yeah.
over the Tide.
Yeah.
Is knocking over, but we can just call it like, rolling tide. We
Yeah.
don't know what it is.
Rolling Tide.
The rolling tide
We don't know
coming
what
through.
it is. It's jumping from house to house.
So it was,
you know?
but I'm sorry, I'm making a jump. But your point was that it was a fresh knockdown because it was still rocking.
Oh yeah, fresh knockdown. The mask is in pieces. The one part that's the most whole is rocking back and forth.
Wait, this is the Sam mask is broken now?
No, this is
just
mask.
a different one.
This is a different mask that people have only seen. Like I never did anything with it.
Got it.
I was waiting to do something with it. Now it's in pieces. So
Got it.
there's no doing anything with it.
I totally understand.
And the crazy thing is, if that happened while we were standing, I'd be like, well, maybe my fat ass or Deuce's fat ass, caused something to shift in the tower from 1865.
In all the books that I'm reading, they never account for fat acidness in terms of altering data. It's never been a factor, and I feel like they need to revise these.
The most important.
Right, human factor, the fat acidness factor on vibrations, movement.
Harry, you've been in that tower. You know what that place is like.
Yeah,
it's literally it's awesome, but at the same time, it's a tower from 1865.
Right.
You might as well be in a fucking barn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's you hear things shift. If you're standing in one area and I'm standing in another, and we both move, the whole friggin' tower is gonna shift, and you hear it.
That's true.
Which is what makes when we hear footsteps and people moving upstairs, if I'm downstairs, even crazier when there's nobody there but me.
That's wild. It's a fun spot. Speaking of fun spots, I showed you I went over I sent you a couple pictures I took over at Hollywood Forever this week.
Yeah.
You would, John, you would love it there.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
You would so love. I mean, really, we've got to get you out. It is. First of all, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Anybody who doesn't know, Hollywood Forever is in Los Angeles. It is a super famous cemetery where a lot of famous people are buried, from Mickey Rooney. How old is it? I don't. I could look it up. It's old. Let me see. Let me find out.
And the crazy thing is I can bend my rule if I ever go out there. I have a rule: I don't talk to headstones that are past 1970, right? And even then, sometimes I won't do it. I only stick to the old ones. I did the first number one reason why is out of respect for the family, right? But a lot of the people that are buried there are stars. Okay, their life was in the in the forefront. So
it was founded in 1899. It's about 126 years old.
Okay. So I would love like Judy Garland, right? That's the chick from
There's certain yes.
Like
There's certain
there.
I don't know which one she's in. Oh, Bugsy's there. You know what I mean?
I think
Like
a
the
lot of
gangster.
people there, dude.
No, there's
Yeah,
a
I'd
lot of
like
people
to.
there. I showed you some pictures, dude. Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman's
Yep,
there, Burt Reynolds.
yep.
Wait till I show you the headstone for. But also
Steve
this,
Herman's the best.
the
I don't care
headstones
what anybody
there.
says.
The headstones there are, you know, some of them are phenomenal. They're
Yeah.
wildly elaborate. The crypts, and everything else. Oh, it's a giant Jewish section, you know. So there's which is, but you're allowed to go there. So it's not like a lot of other Jewish cemeteries where you're not allowed to be around. Obviously, you're allowed. This is a very tourist spot, so you got a lot of tourists walking
I
around.
learned that the hard way.
Yeah, there's a lot of tourists walking around. You know what I mean? So it's a matter of going there and doing the spirit talking thing. There's sections. You know, we could probably keep the volume low, only just because of the amount. You know, you'll get a person every now and again.
Yeah.
But
Well, we'd have to see if we can go at night too.
they close early. They close early. We would have to get that would be something we'd have to get permission to do, which is not against the. That would be ideal, you know, if they let us do that. With your reputation, they just might, you know what I mean? A couple of references. I think they might let us do that. It's just a matter of who's there other than like a security guard or something. Because they do events at night. That's the other reason why.
It's not like we're digging up graves, you know.
No, I know, but they do events at night.
Yeah.
So they'll do either movie screenings or they'll actually have concerts there, like small, you know, events. So that's also it's a wild place. It's a wild,
the way it
beautiful
should
place.
be, you know. All cemeteries should be like that.
Yeah, it's incredible. But you know, when you see some of the stones, I mean, it is. And I just shot some B-roll stuff, things that I'll use for clips and here and there, and when we cut these promos for the show. But you know, I didn't bring a spirit box with me, but I'll go back with one day just to see if I get it with the.
See if you get anything.
See if I get anything, because it's easy. It's pretty easy to get to, and they don't bother you, you know, because
even if you don't get any responses, you might get some cool chatter.
Yeah, they don't bother you there. You know, when you're walking around, you can just sit. They have benches everywhere. You can just sit on a bench, be surrounded by some stuff, and then just see what you get. And then the giant mausoleums are, you know, nuts. You know, like with I guess that's a mausoleum. What, you know, where the bodies are like in the wall.
Yep.
Like those are, you know, from like who's there? You know, where Mickey Rooney's is, or Anne Heche, or some of these more recent. They even have, you know, what else is there? Toto. From speaking of Wizard of Oz, they have a little memorial to Toto.
Oh yeah, yep. I've seen pictures of that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Vampira, if you remember, she predates Elvira.
Yeah.
She's got an interesting stone. Cecil B. DeMille. Like you're talking a classic, you know, some very.
That's what I would love to do. Sure, yeah, other big names, awesome, but like some of the classics would be just so epic.
Yeah, Judy Garland is in the mausoleum. There's one building that I don't know if they'd let us into because I didn't go and talk to, like, I didn't talk to anybody, but it was you know, Bugsy's in the wall somewhere. Bugsy Siegel. I mean, it's a classic gangster.
That's a mobster. Yeah.
Dude. Yes.
That'd be cool.
Bugsy like sort of built Las Vegas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have a big name in American pop culture from back in the day, buried near me, that I have been trying to get to forever. Like literally like forever. You know, if anybody got that reference of who I'm talking about by that, you are, you know, if you see any names in the chat, you know, call them out. I can't see the chat. Forever been trying to get there, and I have not been able to get there.
What do you mean? Why can't you get there? What do you mean? It's travel wise, or they won't let you shoot there or film there?
No, I could shoot there. I can get in there, no problem. It's one of those things where I just haven't found the right opportunity, but I think it's coming soon. You know what I mean? Like I go and when I plan out the schedule, like, okay, I'm going to be here. And then I forget to go, oh, wait a minute. I need to fit this in. I need to go here. I need to try to talk to this spirit. I think it would be great. So, but one of these days I'll do it. And it's completely out of my wheelhouse because I'm not even into what he was into and what made him famous. So.
Yes. Okay. I don't know who you're talking about. No one's dropped it. No one's put it in yet. Remember, there's always a delay on the chat.
Good. That means
and Karina, there are two Ramones buried at that I know of at Hollywood Forever. Dee Dee and Johnny Ramone.
Yep.
Chris Cornell is buried at Hollywood Forever.
Wow.
People leave pics. I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture of that one.
Yeah.
It's like, it's wild. He's
Yeah.
right next to one of the Ramones.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's wild.
Tony Scott, the director, Tony Scott.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow. It's probably a lot, dude. It's probably
it's nuts. It's really,
yeah.
but
So many
but
names.
it's also a beautiful place, you know.
Well, that place is what? Probably like close to 80 acres.
How big is it? It's a great question.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be past 80 acres. There's no way it's, especially if it's got a Jewish section too. Probably has other sections if it has a Jewish one.
I don't know how to measure fields.
Well, it says fields.
62 acres.
6. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, it's not that.
Holy shit.
Oh no, dude, you could walk around it easy. The whole thing.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought that place would be bigger.
No, it's right next to the studios and stuff. It's wild.
Yeah. Wow, that is wild. Shit.
But yeah, man, it's calling your name for for a visit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
see what kind of feel you get. And just from there's this giant mausoleum that's in the middle of like this little sort of pond that they built in the center of it. You know what I mean? That's really pretty. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Well, they built so it's like a whole pond, and in the middle is an island with the mausoleum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
with
that's
another
sick.
build. Yeah. I'm not sending you all these pictures. I'm sort of messing with them now, and you'll see it.
Yeah.
You'll see it all.
Yeah. I'd love to check that out.
A Hollywood Cemetery. Oh yeah, there's another. What is that? Like Virginia or something? Shadow. Where are you?
Yeah, there is. There's another Hollywood cemetery that's not. It has nothing to do with Hollywood.
Right.
Like, I think it's the name, but it's like it is known for being haunted. But dude, that's another thing. Like, you know how I feel about cemeteries. I'm a very particular way about cemeteries, right?
Yeah, man.
Like, people are like, "Oh,
it's your
this
kink.
this is the most haunted cemetery," and it's like, we're in a fucking cemetery. You know, doesn't matter. You're in a cemetery, like, you know. I've been to cemeteries that have been paved over and have been lost in time, and guess what? The spirit chatter sounds completely different there than it does if I go up the street. Like, it's a cemetery. They're haunted. It's just the way it is. There's no cemetery that's more haunted than others. You know? Like, I don't know. I always just, there's no evil demonic cemeteries.
Dude, what is the thing, bro, about Gettysburg that everyone?
So the
is
reason
it just
why
because it's just because of the famous battle site, and that's why?
No. What makes Gettysburg a hotspot is because you don't need any paranormal experience whatsoever to go there and catch something. The best evidence from Gettysburg, okay, the best evidence is evidence from people who are just going there to see the site, you know, to take in the historical view and catch something without realizing it. That's what it is. That's why it's like, and you're not allowed to bring ghost hunting equipment on the battlefields.
Is that true?
That's 100% true. So you're not allowed to do it. However,
how would they know? Who watches you to do that? Who's going to stop you from doing
that? You could get caught. You know, you could easily get caught. So, but you can, like, if I go with like Vox and, you know, a phone streaming, you know, that's fine. I'm not bringing REM pods and trip wires. And
I see what you're
meters
saying. Right.
And, you know, yeah.
Right. You're just trying to be discreet about it. Just trying to be discreet about it. So we're gonna get
discreet about it.
So, not next week. Oh yeah. By the way, I don't know when we can go live next week. We might not be able to because it's the whole back to school week, and it's going to be a logistical nightmare. I'm traveling on Thursday, so it's a whole thing.
Okay.
But the week after, we're going to have a guest, Jeremy Jolly from SoCo Paranormal is going to join us.
Cool.
And he's going to Gettysburg. It made me think of it because I know you're planning the trip with Netzel to Gettysburg. He's going to Gettysburg. Just seems like it's in the ether right now. and hopefully he'll share some stories. I like that kid. I don't know. I call him a kid. I don't know how old he is, but he seems like a young, highly energetic guy. And I know he hangs out with, or he's done stuff with Stark Paranormal, Cody Stark, who we've had on. I know he was on Brandon's podcast, Paranormal Watchtower. I think I spotted him there. It's kind of where I sort of found him first. Where I first found him. I didn't find him first. You know what I mean? And then it's he seems like he's a lot of fun. You know, it's like, it's fun to see guys who are just like having fun doing it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm excited to talk to him. It'll be fun to get his story and get his backstory. I'm always fascinated why someone gets into this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's like, he seems young. He seems like he's young to get it. It's like, you know, why, you know, young guy. It's like, why aren't you start a band or playing sports? Like, what are you doing? Why don't you chase the ghosts around? You know, he's just chasing ghosts. But we'll find out. That'll be cool. But yeah, he was telling me he's going to Gettysburg. So I'm very interested in the whole, seems like a hot spot. Everybody's going to Gettysburg. How far are you from Gettysburg?
Huh?
How far are you from it?
4 hours.
Okay.
About. It depends. If I leave, when I plan on going, I plan on leaving late at night. So I literally get there at like, I get there in 3 and change, maybe less.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I almost went to Gettysburg, coming back from Indiana. Like, I was just so tempted to be like, you know what? I think I'm going to spend an extra night out here. But then I thought about it and went, you know what? I want to be able to spend some time if I'm going to do it. So I ended up not doing it.
Is there any one particular spot everyone goes when they're in Gettysburg?
Yeah, there's a couple. There's that Devil's Hole or whatever it's called that people go to. There's actually a place you could stay that's haunted, a Cemetery Inn or something, Cemetery Hill Inn or something like that. I can't remember the exact name.
It's a little on the nose for a name for a haunted hotel.
Nose, right? I was looking into, when I go, I found this like older woman who's got like an Airbnb in her house. Okay, she's got a backyard, fire pit, like a whole thing, and she's literally lives off one of the battlefields. And she's like, we see things and we get activity all the time, but we pay no mind to it, like that was like, what she was saying about her and her husband with the whole thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, and it's right located here. I'm like, this is a perfect place to stay. I'm like, I think, I'm gonna book it for here.
Okay.
But I'm still, trying to figure that out if I'm gonna split it or what in different spots. I also plan on doing a little research and going off the cuff, if you will, with Gettysburg, because I like to do things that other people just normally don't do. And there's some surrounding areas that were affected by Gettysburg, still in Gettysburg,
mm-hmm.
That, I want to hit too and just see, what's going on there and how it's going on. So,
are you going to dress like a Civil War
reenactment? No.
To really get into
I tell him, Netzel, hey man, put this on.
Right, make him dress like he's put him in the grays and you wear the blues. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, put this on. I'm gonna put this on. You put this on.
Right, and he's from right.
Yeah, it'd be great. You put this on. I put this on. Just see what happens.
Right.
Imagine we did one stream like that. Oh, dude.
Right, you're from the north. He's from the south.
Yeah, I might have to bring that up to him. Be like, hey man, listen. I'll handle it. You just, put this on.
That's funny. You going live with him today?
Yeah. Right after 15 minutes after this.
Oh, I want to ask him if he's cool if we show that piece of evidence where the ghost walking.
Oh, the what I call those wall mists.
Yeah.
Where it almost looks like a light anomaly walk by.
Yeah. It's wild,
dude,
though.
Those are wild, man, when they happen.
Ask him if we can. Ask him if he's cool if we show that on one of the lives, because it's
okay.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's
awesome
a good. That one looks like a person. It really does look like a person.
Yeah. Those are so cool when they happen, dude.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy when people catch cool shit. You know what else? Listen, dude. It's like when people catch cool things and hardcore ghost evidence. There really isn't. It's like it's almost as wild as this. Let that sink in. Let it sink in.
Am I seeing a message written in the tide. You know.
That's just so crazy, guys. It's so crazy.
Oh, I could tell. Oh, that shit did crack. Look. If you tilt it that way, you can see exactly where. How it.
Anyway, dude, it's terrifying when you see it.
That is terrifying, dude. I find it terrifying.
Yep.
I always
It's
find
gross.
the tide changing terrifying. The changing of the tide.
Changing of the tide, bro. The tide spirits.
Yeah.
Scary stuff.
It is. But yeah, I'm excited. Dude. I'm excited for Gettysburg.
Ladies and gentlemen, please don't be discouraged about submitting ghost stories just because we goof on one or two. We will keep you anonymous if we do decide to goof on it. But it's all in good fun. I mean, come on. If we can't have fun about ghost stories, what can we have fun about?
It's true.
It's just the way it's going to be, folks. On Splintered Spirits, anyway.
Gotta be able to have fun.
You got to be able to laugh at yourself. We laugh at ourselves all day.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
What else?
I'm constantly mocking myself when I do this.
What are we talking about?
You know what I mean? Like, there's so much fun to be had.
It's so fun, and it's I was editing today what's going to be episode 20, which is with the past life regression therapist Myra Rath, and you want to talk about being ignorant about everything, man. I felt like I got done with that. I felt like I went on an acid trip because it's sort of just it's a whole other world, and I was asking questions that were like, what, She was wonderfully patient with my dumb ass, and wildly and she was excellent in explaining everything. She really is a good teacher in terms of giving me a crash course on past life regression. And after that episode airs, we've got another therapist, another psychic medium joining us for the live on that very week, who also does that Akashi library sort of therapy, which is the whole hall of records, So it really is that's going to be a good little. The people asked for it. They wanted to get us to get into past life regression.
And you are going to get it.
I'm going to deliver it. So that's going to be end of September. That's how far ahead we plan, guys. We're trying to be organized.
We still have the Buck Out episode coming up.
Buck Out's in 2 weeks, a week and a half now. Got some evidence. We talk about the history of that. For anybody who doesn't know what Buck Out Road is, that's one of John's favorite haunts.
Yeah. Refresh my memory,
yes,
Gary.
Sir.
Refresh my memory. Did you or did you not catch something in the audio visual of the recording?
This is real. And we play it.
What happened with all that?
So you in the middle of the interview, you turn and you cut me off and you go, I just heard a child's voice say my name. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll check it in post. So I check it in post. Remember, I told you I didn't hear anything, any voice. And then when I started editing it, then I could really get in there into isolate the audio. That was on the quick listen back. I heard nothing.
You hear nothing. That's what I figured.
When I get in post and I just crank up the volume on your track and turn the EQs up all the way, I hear two things, but it's not a voice. It's like a ch, and then you turn. That's right when you turn. It's very strange. Yes. It's weird. Now, what it sounds like? It sounds like, when people wear lav mics?
Yes.
And you rub it? Yes. It would be like if you turn and rubbed a lav mic, like that kind of shh, like shh.
Yep.
Except for the fact that, one, you don't wear a mic, and you react to noise. So it's like you hear it and you turn.
Yeah. And it's something you couldn't hear unless you went in.
I had to crank up. I cut that part out. I cut that section out of your track.
Yeah.
So the way Riverside FM works is right now what's happening, and that's why John might look a little pixelated sometimes. It's live, but it's recording on his device and then uploading. So at the end of the day, so you're watching it now, it's pixelated, but when I redrop this episode at some point tomorrow, it's going to look pristine because I get a full high-res copy because it's recording on his phone and then uploading. It's the only site that does it when you record podcasts. So when I get that, I get a high-res copy of his side, an isolated version. So I get the audio track, the video track, the whole thing. So I took that track and I just cranked it up. And you just hear this like shh. And that's kind of wild how there, and then you turn, you hear it and you turn and you're like, Gary, you were like, wait a minute, I just heard a child's voice saying my name. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
Yeah, hold it. That was my impression, right?
Yeah,
It's so easy to do impressions of us. It's just like a New York
I
Goomba
know.
thing.
It's
like,
so great.
Yeah.
That's like all my friends that don't talk like this are very pulled back when they speak.
Yeah.
Dude, they all have the same voice, and it's the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I do it to all like a couple of names some of you guys will recognize. Frank,
No.
Anthony, both of them, they have that dude.
Right.
That's how it's the funniest shit,
Right.
dude. Same thing with guys like us.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
Right.
yeah.
Gary.
Hey.
Well, I just heard a child's voice say my name. Did you hear that? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, bro, I didn't hear shit. But
Yeah, right. Yeah, no,
but you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it in that recording. So it's
Boom.
It's cool.
So you didn't hear the voice. You actually
No, you don't hear a voice.
Heard
it's a scratch.
something.
You hear
It's
a scratch. Like I
weird.
said, it sounds like if your mic, if you were wearing a lapel mic and you rubbed it with your shirt, it's a shh, and you'll see.
So you know what that makes me? I'm actually glad that happened because I hear disembodied voices all the time that nobody else hears. So now I'm thinking that a lot of the times when I hear these disembodied voices, it's because it's being done at a frequency that I guess it's in tune with me and I can hear it. And then when it's finally, when you actually take the audio, because we have that ability with this to isolate it, crank it up, it's like, oh no, you're hearing something. It's just not what what you're saying you heard. This is what we hear. So I'm wondering if that's transferring into this reality as that.
That's
crazy. But to me, it was, because I heard it twice, I think, that night. I mean, that day at Buckout.
Wait, we only have the one that I've got that I found. And then there's, speaking of free, I mean, it's funny. It's funny how, even though we're not trying to go into any sort of order with this podcast, it seems that we organically are, because then right after that, we interviewed with Amy Belaski. And if anybody doesn't know who Amy Belaski is, she's one of the biggest psychic mediums on TikTok. She's one of those who is a psychic medium to the stars. She was kind enough to be on our show, and her whole thing is frequency, and that's how she connects. She believes she's working in the frequency, which is a very Kabbalion, hermetic rules of vibration thing, which I want to find an expert in that to talk about the history of that. And she didn't even know what that was. Like, this is just her own sort of, way she communicates and how she has to find the emotional place, which then, right? Am I getting this right? She gets an emotion. She finds an emotional level, and then that motion has a frequency, and that's how she connects with a certain thing.
Yes, and then she can only compare it to things that she has been through in life.
Yeah.
So she doesn't, and she only has it from her perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
She's great. If you don't know who she is, check her out. She's on TikTok.
Guys,
and
she's not
YouTube
like one of those mediums that comes into our
She's gonna be a
chats
guest
and is like,
after...
hey, there's a man behind you from the Civil War. It's not what she's not one of those types. You know what I mean? Like, man.
No, she's wild.
Crazy.
And she's got a great attitude. She's had 4 near-death experiences. She's got a lot of medical and health issues, but she has a perspective on life that is really almost well, not almost. It is
no
very
trauma bonding
uplifting
on her end,
and sort of inspiring. She's great. She's fun, super fun.
No trauma bonding.
No, I mean, right? You know what? You're absolutely right. That's so true.
Nope.
She's not even.
No, she'll tell you to go.
No, she doesn't ask for pity or any of that shit.
That's what she would do.
All.
I mean, she's got that type of attitude. So we all vibe really well. Yeah.
She's fun. So she was a good guest. She's going to be a good guest. I think you guys are going to like it. That's in a couple weeks too. All right, man. I don't know. What else? We got nothing else. Guys, if you're watching, wherever you're watching this, Splintered Spirits, follow our YouTube channel. You might be watching on John's at Santa Paranormal channel. Just hop over. Give it a subscribe. Give it a like.
What's crazy?
Give it a
right
share.
Now, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Follow us wherever you get your podcasts.
No. No, I just want to point something out real quick. The
No,
sun is
cut me off.
setting
You heard
that
another
way,
voice?
right? So I got this
Oh.
eerie glow on me right now, and because it's getting darker, it makes this look like a green screen. At least from the view I have of myself, you know, it really does. It looks like it's
Right.
yes, yep.
So you guys are in for a
I
treat
don't
tonight
know.
because this guy's going to be out there in that
Less than a half
cemetery, I
hour.
believe.
I go live.
Yeah. But look, follow Splintered Spirits. We're growing because of you guys. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Wherever you get your podcasts, wherever you are on social media, we're there. We're there. And if you like this kind of fun, look, these lives are loose. Sometimes we have guests. We try to get other paranormal influencers on the live. If you're new to this and you're just checking it out. And then we have guests that are experts and academics and authors and therapists and doctorates and all of that stuff on the recording to really give a deep dive into, and investigators that have done it for years and all these things. We try to have a nice mix and a nice broad sort of sense for each. These lives are a lot looser where we shoot the shit a little bit more. But if you like anything about spirit communication, this is where we're trying to go. It's a fun topic for us. It's fun for me. And we have fun with it. I don't think we take it too seriously, but we do enjoy it because it is wild. Because every now and then, guys, every now and again, you get something that just blows your mind.
Blown.
Like this. And when you get this, you realize that spirits are real, that there is life after death, and that energy and whatever the soul is. When you see this, know you have something beyond
song,
this world.
The Crocs and the Tide.
That you can go to.
I don't know. I don't have one in the chamber, but it slightly reminded me.
Do you have
one
in
you know?
You got it in you?
It might happen.
I think you might have it.
One of these episodes, I might just bust out singing
just
and
might
then we'll
happen.
know, where it's from. Thank you for
see
watching,
where it
everybody.
goes, guys. But
appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you greatly. You may go about your day now.
Yep.
You are. We will free you. You are freed from our presence. You are not. We are releasing you.
From me. Go to the bathroom. Get your popcorn.
Then come right back for John.
Do what you got to do. Pick your nose, whatever. I don't judge. Change your socks. I don't know.
See you, everybody. Good live. See you, John. I'll talk to you in a bit.